Hey y'all, it's my review for the Real Housewives of Miami, episodes 15 and 16. Yes, we gonna keep on trucking. Next week is the season finale. I'm gonna try to be on it, and that'd be the only episode that I do. Like, no more of the 2, 3, or 5 episodes in one review. So forgive me, I'm catching up. Anywho, let's get into the episode. So we're where we left off from the last episode. They were going on the gondola ride, and who was it? It was Lisa and Kiki going at it with each other. You shut the F up. You shut the F up. You shut the F up. And then they get through this little route where you see all these hanging dolls, and yeah, everyone started crying and freaking out. So yeah, this is where we are. It's calmed down a bit. They're riding slowly through this territory, but like the hanging dolls, like it just looks very creepy, and it's signifying dead babies, and that's the last time I'm gonna use that phrase. I don't want to get demonetized for this video, but yeah, it's kind of hitting some of the women differently because, you know, we know Julia's history, we know Gertie's history, so it's just very uncomfortable. And who facilitated this ride? Alexia, and I think she feels bad genuinely. But then they take a rest break right by the dolls, and some of the ladies have to get out because they have to use the bathroom. They are walking through this trail of hanging naked dolls. It's creepy but kind of hilarious at the same time, and production is not making it any better. Like, they're inserting all types of sounds. We see Lisa walking through and they insert baby noises. I was like, you know what? They need to stop it. Marisol just trying to look for the bathroom. She finally gets to the bathroom. She said there's dolls in here too. And I swear y'all, I'm not high. It's just so chaotic. Like, this is the first 2 minutes. I actually plan on going to Mexico City soon. I might do this gondola ride just to experience it, but I'm definitely not gonna be stopping on the territory because I am too superstitious for that. I wonder if this shit is open at night. It can't be. Like, you couldn't pay me enough money to do this at night. So ladies get back to the boat, and we see Julia. She trying to keep it together, but she starts crying uncontrollably. Alexia starts crying. Gertie starts crying. They're telling the gondola man, can we just go? Charlie almost left Adriana on that island. Because Gertie is going through and they just want to leave, but Adriana just taking her sweet time trying to get back to the boat. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, y'all. Like, they're leaving Scary Doll Island, and Gertie, she's still feeling some type of way. I guess she's nauseous, she's not feeling good. She just says she needs some quiet or something. Looks like she's about to throw up. They sit the bucket next to her just in case, and everyone's being quiet, but then we see a mariachi band come right next to the boat. Loud as hell, and then you see a random dog barking on the end of another boat. It is so chaotic. And then Gertie starts throwing up in the bucket. Lord. Like, they just need to get off the boat. They are trapped. This is so good. I'm so mad I missed this episode on premiere night. See, they can't do this no more. Like, they can't have Beverly Hills and Miami back to back. Miami needed its own night. They should have left it on Peacock. Also, I forgot to mention this, but as Gertie is feeling ill and everyone's worried about her, the camera just stayed focused on Larsa and her reaction. And I'm not sure if it was production trying to make us think that Larsa didn't give a shit, but it kind of looked like it. So they're finally off the boat, but Gertie is still going through it. The ladies are just really nervous for her. They're thinking about calling the hospital. Yep, production, 10 minutes later, we see the ambulances there, and they're hauling Gertie onto the gurney. Gertie on the gurney. Well, Nicole is with her. I think she's going to go to the hospital with her as well. Oh, she's calling Russell now because she wants to talk to him. I don't blame her. Hopefully she's able to finish the trip and doesn't have to go home early. Why am I emotional looking at this? Like, she just wants to FaceTime her man so she can just be calmed down. We got to Nicole's confessional. She's like, every time I travel with these ladies, I'm going to bring a medical kit with me. Okay, so it looks like Gertie's fine. It looks like she was just dehydrated. Maybe she drank too much. It was hot, a lot of noise. She was stressed out. All that came together, and yeah, ambulance. So next scene, it's day 3. It's the day of the Pride event, and Adriana's big break. She's performing in front of 100,000 people. She's comparing herself to Beyonce. She's acting like she's about to do a Super Bowl halftime show. Afterwards, we're in Gertie's room and we see that she's made a full recovery and is able to participate in today's activity with the other ladies. We're now in Alexia and Marisol's room and they're discussing the fight between Lisa and Kiki. Alexia says she talked to Kiki and her problem with Lisa was that she's so entitled, and what triggered her is when she said that this food was probably the best that dogs ever had. And yeah, that was very tone deaf of her to say. And especially because Lisa, like, you don't even have a home right now. I'm fully on Kiki's side, and while I empathize with Lisa and her situation, that doesn't absolve her from being a pretentious asshole. So ladies are out to the Pride event, and it is definitely huge. I looked it up, and they said it's the second largest in Latin America. The first is Sao Paulo. And speaking of which, since I plan on going to Mexico City, I'm about to look at dates and see when Pride is, because I think I want to go. So we see Adriana about to be introduced, and not them introducing her as an international artist. Okay. I mean, the crowd ain't there to see her. Like, she's just probably one of the opening acts, and anybody on that stage, as long as you don't fall on your face or sound terrible, you're gonna get applause. But I mean, it is nice exposure for her, but I'm just going by the audience reaction. It looks like they're just chilling, waiting for the next act. Like, no one seems to know what she's talking about, and you're going to Mexico City talking about how great Miami is. I mean, I don't know. But let me not minimize her moment. Congratulations to Adriana. So fast forward to the evening, the ladies are gonna do drinks in Alexia's suite, I believe, and then go to dinner. So it's a few of the ladies. It's Lisa, Nicole, and then Kiki. And when Lisa sees Kiki, she makes a passive-aggressive joke saying, "You're not gonna throw any juice boxes at me, are you?" Kiki's like, "Oh my God, can you stop this?" Lisa's trying to say, "Oh, well, I was just playing." Kiki ain't playing. What Lisa should have done was actually pull Kiki to the side and have a grown conversation and apologize to her for offending her. Oh, so we seeing some flashbacks that they tried to move on, but Lisa kept making these little passive-aggressive digs. "You're not gonna hit me, are you? You're not gonna fight me again." Like, and then the juice box thing, that was the third time. So I see why Kiki had that reaction. So we see half the ladies outside with Lisa is Nicole and Alexia. And again, Lisa's like, "Well, I don't need Kiki to sit next to me because we're just not in a great place right now." And then Nicole's trying to explain to her, "Well, I don't think Kiki appreciates that you're trying to insinuate that she's violent or aggressive," and being like, "Don't fight me." And Lisa's trying to say, "Oh, well, it's a joke." And even Alexia gets it. She's like, "Well, that's kind of passive aggressive." God, Lisa just has a problem with self-awareness, and I think she's kind of a narcissist. And she still doesn't understand that she started the situation. She's the one that got up out of her seat. She was aggressive first. And while Kiki shouldn't have thrown the juice box at her, like, Lisa needs to own up to what she did. So now we cut to Kiki talking to Larsa, and y'all know they're a threesome, like Kiki, Larsa, and Lisa. So Larsa's kind of in the middle right now. So Kiki is explaining to Larsa why she feels some type of way. She's saying, "People living by the river in those shacks, that was my life. I didn't get up and lay on my back and get fucked by a plastic surgeon and then boom, get millions." Whew, damn. Kiki has had it. Oh man, so Julia, she joins the other ladies that's outside, with Lisa. And as Lisa's talking about Kiki, Julia passes on that, "Yeah, Kiki, I overheard her talking about you and she thinks you're entitled, spoiled girl. Julia, you're making it worse." The other ladies are quiet for a reason. They're trying to spare her little feelings. So the tension is just building, and all the ladies agree that Julia's just being messy and making the situation worse. So they leave for this fabulous party. Like, the Miami girls, they just know how to do it. So as the party is going on, we see Lisa has a stank look on her face, and ever since she heard from Julia what Kiki said about her, she can't have a fun time now. So then we see Lisa and Julia talking, and Julia again is making it worse. Like, why are you telling her all of this while they're out right now drinking? I'm not sure if Julia knows what she's doing, but Lisa has a battery in her back now. Lisa, of course, is saying everybody's against her, they want her to just get over it, and now she's saying she don't need anybody. Like, why am I not allowed to feel and let my emotions out? So here we go. Lisa's letting everyone around her know that she's pissed. She wants to go upstairs. She doesn't feel like dancing or having fun. So then everybody goes upstairs, and it looks like they're going to have a little powwow. Lisa doesn't want to argue with anybody, but Nicole gets the conversation started and she tells Julia that after Lisa talked to her, she now feels like everybody is just tired of her complaining about her situation. Julia's saying that she didn't say all that and the group actually supports her, especially Larsa. I don't think you did, Julia. You kind of made it worse, which is why y'all are all upstairs talking about this now. But then Larsa jumps in and says, look, Lisa, I rock with you, like, regardless. But what you said to Kiki, you do owe her an apology. But Lisa, she's still not getting it because, she's spoiled and entitled. And she's saying, guys, I have trial on Monday. I don't want to feel like I'm being on trial now. Like, even Larsa is making sense in this moment, and Lisa can't see that. Like, all you gotta do, girl, is just apologize, and it'll be over. Wow, so this is Kiki's moment right now. Like, this actually got me. She tells Lisa that, you don't know me. You haven't even stopped to ask me, how are you, Kiki? And she tells her background, like she's been on her own since she was 15. Kiki says, I have 2 kids. You don't even know the name of my son. What's my son's name? Lisa is silent. Wow, y'all, I've been missing out. Like, this episode is everything. This totally blew Beverly Hills out the water. The way that the ratings are just dropping as soon as we get to Miami is a crime. Damn, I didn't even know Kiki had 2 kids. I thought she only had 1. But yeah, I really think that all the girls treat Kiki like she's comic relief, including the audience. So I'm glad this season, like, we're really seeing Kiki. Lisa. She's still not getting it. She just wants to retreat. She doesn't want to say anything right now. She's like, anything I say will be taken wrong. Just empathy, girl. Like, we get that you're going through something, but you're not the only one going through something. So then Kiki, she lays it out to Lisa, like why she was triggered. And Lisa said, that's not what I said. Production, roll the footage. They show it to us. She said what she said, but she's not taking any type of ownership or accountability of what she said. So now she's being combative and defensive. They're going back and forth now. Whoa. So then Lisa says, I can't fix your childhood traumas. I'm not a therapist. Kiki, let her ass have it. Let her ass have it. Whoo! Kiki left with the mic drop. Yes. She was like, you know what, Lisa? Fuck you. And you know what? What you're going through with Lenny, that's probably your karma. Oh, yes. Let her ass have it. I cannot believe she told her that. I can't fix your childhood trauma. I'm not a therapist. She's lucky that's all Kiki said to her. Another type of person would have slapped the shit out of her, but Kiki is a lady, and I'm glad that she told her what she said and walked out. She then yells, karma is a bitch, as she walks out, and that is where the episode ends. Bravo, ladies, bravo. This was an amazing episode. I am just on 1 episode. We still have episode 16. So it's day 4. I'm assuming it's the last day in Mexico. We just see the ladies in the morning. Nicole is in Lisa's room. Lisa, of course, she feels like the victim now, and she's ready to get back home, and they're talking about her childhood. She also says that her mom is coming to visit, and I'm very interested to see Lisa's parents because I heard that she's biracial, that she got like a little bit of quarter black in her. I don't know. That's what I heard. But we'll see. So all the ladies are headed off to their next activity. With the exception of Gertie, she isn't feeling well. But we see that Kiki is not holding grudges against Lisa. She does say hello to her, at least. But they're driving in 2 different sprinters. And one sprinter, it's Alexia, Marisol, Kiki, and Larsa. And Kiki is open to having a conversation with Lisa. She says she just wants Lisa to hear her, like take the time to get to know her better. Alexia just keeps it real with her. She says, good luck with that. We've known her for 13 years. She is still the same. Lisa's just so self-absorbed, and I don't even think she realizes it, and it's probably because she's a narcissist. Okay, so they arrive at the destination, and I didn't know what they were doing, but it looks like they're just gonna do a shopping day, and they're just going through one of the markets. Kind of like how my hometown, New Orleans, has a French market, which I haven't been to in a long time. Next time I go home, I'm going to the French market. So they pass this vendor, like with a big bowl of crickets for people to eat. Not live, but they're like, I don't know, they dipped in chocolate or they fried, it's something. But out of all of them, I could have guessed who would be the one to try it, and it was Kiki. And she said this wasn't her first insect before. You couldn't pay me enough. You just can't. So we're with Lisa, she's purchasing something, but Kiki goes up to her and wants to have a conversation with her, and it's going well, surprisingly. That is... Y'all, this is so funny. So I was about to edit this part out because my phone went off. Out of all people, as I'm literally talking about Kiki in real time, Kiki messages me on Instagram. It's because I sent her a message earlier randomly saying that I'm glad you're having a breakout season. She's gonna be on Watch What Happens Live finale night. So she just messaged me, thanks so much, babe. I feel all the love and appreciate you all so much. Wow, like that is so crazy as I'm talking about her. Wow. Now, where the hell was I? So they're having a grown conversation. It's going much better than last time. And Lisa starts out with an apology, saying that she's sorry for saying that I can't heal your childhood trauma. They both acknowledge that they said horrible things to each other. Lisa even apologized to Kiki for saying fuck you, because she was just angry in that moment because of what she was going through. And I think that's what her problem is. Like, she's taking out what she's going through on the other ladies because she can't do that with Lenny. Oh, so they make up, they hug it out, and they really do have a lot in common. Like, they both have 2 kids, they're both single moms, divorcees. I didn't even know Kiki had 2 kids. I thought she had 1. Okay, so now we fast forward to later in the evening where they're going to be celebrating Kiki and Julia's birthday. Unfortunately, Gertie is still sick, and I think she's just going back to Miami at this point. It's so sad because, like, right after this, she has to go through chemo and everything. And, like, this vacation was supposed to be her way of, like, letting loose and enjoying herself before she goes through that journey. So then we also find out at dinner that Larsa's tequila reps will be there and they'll be tasting her tequila. And Alexia's talking about in her confessional saying that she still didn't appreciate how Larsa presented it to her, saying that she had a Todd. And then she says, well, Larsa, you had a Scotty for 23 years and you get half of Scotty's retirement. So I'm glad she brought that up because Larsa loves playing this, woe is me, I'm a single woman now, I don't know what I'm gonna do, I don't have a Todd. Girl, you're set. Ooh, because that retirement, that's the real money. Damn, I didn't even realize, but some of the other ladies are missing too. So it's Lisa, Nicole, and Gertie who had to leave early. I'm sure Lisa is because of her life is in shambles. She had to meet with a lawyer or somebody. And then Nicole, she probably got to work. As they're doing the tequila tasting, Marisol, like, she rudely just dips out and orders her a vodka drink at the bar. She says she doesn't even do tequila unless it's masked in a margarita. And she tells a lie of the century saying she really doesn't like strong liquor. Okay, girl, your blood type is Grey Goose. So back at the tasting, Larsa tells Alexa, well, I know that we bump heads, but, at the end, I just really want you to support me. Alexia, she will not fold for anything. She says, well, you're the one that butted heads with me. And Larsa says, well, I just work really hard. Alexia's like, well, we all work really hard. Oh, I love this interaction because this was frenemies dialogue. She was like, yeah, we all work hard, we all do different things, but we support each other and love each other. So cheers to you and your cockies. Like, that was a really nice, nasty way of putting a bow on it. I bet the only reason Larsa didn't go at it with her because she's in front of her business partners. Damn, we cut to Alexa's confessional. She is still shading the hell out of Larsa. Like, we know you're the hustler of the group. You've been working on this tequila thing for 2 minutes, but you work so hard. So then they're sitting down at dinner. They're playing this little game about, like, what would you take away from this person? Like a trait, like, you would have for yourself. And Alexia says something nice about Kiki, but then we get to shit-starting Adriana, and she says, with Larsa, I'll take Marcus. Surprisingly, Larsa doesn't take offense to this, but now Marcus is the topic of conversation. And Julia, who has just been clocking in this season, by the way, she asks Larsa, does Michael Jordan approve? Ooh, I know where this is going though, because that clip came out of TMZ asking Michael Jordan, does he approve of his son's relationship? And he said, no. We cut to Julia's confessional, and she knows something. And then she's saying that Lars is the one that keeps a lot of secrets, and she's definitely keeping a secret about her relationship. So a little later, Marisol stands up and says she's going to be going away for the summer. She's going to get her vow renewals in Scotland or whatever. And then she pulls out a piñata, I guess, for Kiki and Julia for their birthdays. And what the other ladies don't know is they filled the piñata with dildos. And I guess Bravo has to blur out dildos. That's so weird. Yeah, they take the dildos out. They're in the middle of a restaurant. They put it on the table. They start throwing it at each other. I would be mortified if I was at that table. They really bringing these birthday cakes out with dildos on the table. All right. Well, this is very different from last season where they were at two completely different tables celebrating their birthday at the same restaurant. Do these ladies know that they're in a public place? They just smashed the cake in Kiki's face. She's rubbing her face in the other ladies' faces, so now they're just getting cake everywhere. The cake falls flat on the table, and now they're using the dildos again, putting it in the cake, and Kiki licking the icing off the dildo. It's too much. So next scene, the ladies are back in Miami with Alexia. She's going to the Des Moines Foundation with Frankie just to see how he's progressing, like trying to get to his independence. And again, I will always say this, Alexia is the most endearing when we see her being a mom. Next scene with Lisa and her boyfriend, and she's going over her new house plans that Lenny signed off on. They don't have to go to court, but she still has a ways ahead of her because she needs to, I guess, do the division of assets, then she'll be finally divorced. Hopefully she's out of the thick of it because we, the audience, as well as the other ladies, they're probably tired of hearing about Lenny. Next scene, we're with Nicole as she's meeting up with her dad and his new girlfriend for dinner. This has been a big step for Nicole because she did not want to meet her. So I guess, you know, with therapy, she's gotten there, and production, they're so funny. They're being very dramatic. They start with just showing their legs walking into the restaurant, and there's just like this big reveal. She looks how I thought she would. Apparently she has a product line or something, but she looks like an OnlyFans model. I'm just being honest. Also, this woman looks younger than Nicole. So Nicole's dad really looks like he could be her grandfather. Oh wow, so she's 38, same age as Nicole. Okay, Nicole, me and Nicole are the same age? It looks like I gave the girlfriend a lot of grace. I thought she was in her 20s. Nicole is definitely asking the question. She asked her dad, are they exclusive? He does not answer the question. And this poor woman that he's with, she's like, oh, excuse me? Answer the question. Wow. Well, at least this dinner ended on a good note. Well, the bigger picture, it did not end on a good note. I mean, God rest her father's soul. I'm wondering, did she get pregnant before he passed? Or that probably would have came out in the news, so I don't think so. All right, so next scene we're with Julia and Alexia. They're visiting this farm where I guess Julia's gonna be investing in, like with jams, some type of side hustle. But they're sitting together. Julia gets a FaceTime from Adriana. She has an event coming up that all the ladies are invited to. Emilio Estevez, is that his name, y'all? The one who's married to Gloria Esteban. Is it Emilio Esteban? Maybe that's it. I don't know. Of course, like she's gonna be highlighting this new song that he produced for her. But I'm sure the real reason she called them was they just saw the video of Michael Jordan not approving of Lars's relationship with his son. And the big Cheshire Cat grin Adriana has on her face. She is so delighted by this news. Oh my God. And not production, we cut to all the ladies' confessionals reading the article from their phones. And we're just getting all their reactions. And of course, here comes Julia saying, I asked her at the dinner, does his dad approve? And she said yes. They're getting too much of a thrill out of this, but I don't care for Larsa, so I'll allow it. The ladies are now wondering, is Larsa lying or is she just lying to herself? Adriana lets ladies know that she'll be seeing Larsa soon because they'll all be playing pickleball later. Pickleball. I mean, now they just sharing activities through franchises. Okay. I'm sure y'all remember Potomac. But anyway, we cut to that scene where it's Larsa, Adriana, Marisol, and Kiki. So wait, is pickleball just tennis? What's the difference? So of course later on, Larsa brings up Marcus because, I mean, that's all she can talk about. Adriana and Kiki bring up the video that Michael Jordan put out and they asked her, did she see it? And she said, what video? Girl, the lies, the lies, the lies. I'm sure she has a Google alert for her own name. Anyway, I guess they're looking at the video and now she's saying, oh, well, he's laughing. And then, you know, present day, they allegedly broke up, but now, like, I think 2 days ago, they're back together. I smell a publicity stunt before the reunion's coming up. The ladies are grilling Larsa, but she's saying everything's fine behind closed doors. We cut to Larsa's confessional. She's saying that anything that Michael says, his son needs to deal with it, not me. And I shouldn't feel like I'm on trial with my friends. Well, I mean, they did ask you, did Michael Jordan approve of y'all's relationship? And you said, oh yeah, he's cool with it. And then days later, there's a video of him saying that he does not approve. So of course they're gonna ask you questions. The credits are rolling now. She's telling the other ladies that she doesn't even want to say Michael Jordan's name. Like, she doesn't feel comfortable about it. She doesn't want to talk about it anymore. And that is where the episode ends. These were 2 meaty-ass episodes, man. I have my work cut out for me editing this. Today is Saturday, and hopefully I can have this out by tonight. If not, it will definitely be up on Sunday during the day. But yeah, Miami's killing it. I think they're having like a better season, like as it's wrapping up, than Beverly Hills. Miami is still on the rise as Beverly Hills is kind of like winding down. So I don't know, I still think it's a crime that they lose half the viewership from Beverly Hills when they get to Miami. Anywho, y'all let me know what y'all thought about these 2 episodes, especially episode 15 between Kiki and Lisa. But with that, y'all, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the finale. Bye.